keyboard up around them. Like, hey, just one more sec. And I was like, I need to pack up. And it's, again, that whole conflict, like, do I be an asshole? Like, I just performed. I don't want to be rude. But you are touching my $3,000 keyboard. Get off.
Give him a bop.
Smacked.
Give him a bop.
Yeah. And then we awkwardly shuffle out with our...
Go to rude jail. Bonk.
Bonk on the head for all of them, honestly.
Welcome to the worst gig of my life. I'm Joe Lucas, and I chat with musicians, bands, and comedians to hear the real, uncensored stories of the worst gigs they've ever played. Afterwards, our guests get a shot at redemption by doing a live set in our very own studio. This week, we have Nightlight, telling their stories about nightmare gigs involving a rowdy crowd, uncooperative sound engineers, and teleprompter mishaps. This episode contains bad language, so don't even think about listening or watching if you're a young, impressionable child. We'd also like to thank our caterers, Devour It Catering, who provide award-winning pies for all of our guests. Enjoy the show.
All right, well, yeah, there's definitely one that stands out that I think we're going to talk about. So.
Yeah, we had a debrief in the car, and I think this one's pretty funny. Look, it was pretty average throughout the whole night, and we were just, I don't know, spirits weren't very high, as they are sometimes with gigs. You just kind of have a shit day, and then you have to hit the stage, and you're like, this is not a vibe. You know? So anyways, vibes are off and you know they're off, but you just have to power through it. Anyways, so we do it. It's fine. I'm trying to get the audience interacting, which was very hard that day because they were just a little bit rowdy.
We didn't know the people there. Usually we have at least a few friends, but we really didn't.
We had no friends that night.
And it was because there was a big line outside to get in. Our friends we knew were actually already still waiting to get in, which was a bit stressful because we were like, okay, they're going to
save us. So we were trying to get them to, interact and stuff. There was this one particular girl who was trying to jump on stage to sing karaoke, and then she wanted me to sing like Amy Winehouse's Valerie.
During your gig.
We didn't ask to take requests. Let's just make that clear. Yeah.
So she just expected I was just going to bust out Valerie for her. I was like, yeah, random chick.
This wasn't a country pub by any chance, was it?
No, it was very
city.
Very in the city.
People should have known better. Yes.
No, naturally.
They just, they thought they could get what they wanted. But no. I didn't sing Valerie.
Can't always get what you want.
Played it off really well, actually. You were like, no, we don't do that. We're going to play our own songs.
You just have to hit them with, like, memes or, like, funniness sometimes.
Do you ever think about just, like, staunching them?
Yes.
Yeah. If you hear the rest of the story, you might, we get in there.
We got close.
Sorry, we got really
close. So that happened. That was fine. We kind of ignored that. And then it got to the end of the gig. We wrapped up just after some, like, major tech, like, fuck-ups, but that's fine.
There was some major tech fuck-ups, and also the audience was getting really rowdy and, like, kind of not because of us. They were kind of doing their own thing. I feel like in the audience, they're, like, having their own conversations, like, chanting their own stuff, like, away from us.
They were in their own world.
We were just kind of in the background, just who happened to be playing at the same time. It really didn't feel like a proper gig anyways. No. So we're done.
Yeah, we finished. And then from so there's, like, this is where the story kind of splits in two because we're doing our own things. There's kind of things that are happening with me and then things that are happening with Haley. So I guess I'll tell my half. So I was packing up my side and then this big group, when I say big, I'm small. So I like a group of like 5 people is big to me. Like this big group of like young men come up to me and they're like, yo, you should talk to my friend. He's such a good artist. Like you guys could just totally collab perfectly together, like all this stuff. But like they were like, it didn't feel genuine. And I was like, okay, like, sure. Like, okay, where's this guy? Like,
yeah, contact my PA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't do this. Not here, not now. Like, later. But yeah, then they this guy came up to me and he was like, oh, can I go up there and sing a track? Like, I want to show you some of my original stuff. And I was like, we literally just finished our gig, like, 5 seconds ago. We are still packing up. Our shit's still on there. You're not jumping on stage. Like, dude. It's a nightlight gig, not a, like,
it was organized. We were literally the headliner. There were people before us. Like, there was, like, a whole, like, like, consecutive artists. And then we were the last ones. It was the build-up. It was this whole thing. And then no acknowledgement of us playing, like, oh, come on, friend, go up and play. Just no respect for the artist.
Yeah, and then to make matters worse, while Haley's going through her own thing, which she'll talk about soon, the sound engineer turned on the mic for them. And they jumped on and started singing.
Who hasn't been very cooperative the whole way through the night anyway. Yeah. Kind of like, hey, like, can we sound check? Oh, just get to it in a sec. Just kind of strolls over. Nothing really big deal. Hey, I can't hear myself. Oh, no, you will be able to hear yourself. Like, stuff like that. So,
hey, the last track has no audio. Where's the backing track?
oh, yeah, that also happened. The last song, sorry, we've got to mention, the last song, which we're not going to play, it's an old song, but anyways, the last song had no backing track, so we just had to completely wing it, which is probably our heaviest song, and there's two of us, so like me on piano trying to like play an almost kind of alt rock kind of song. It was a little strange, but we made it work.
Yeah, we did, but then that happened.
Yeah.
That guy came on stage and he was, didn't want to listen to him. I was getting quite upset at that point. I was like, the audacity.
Yeah.
Why would you think that's okay? I don't have that confidence. I don't know how people have that confidence, but I would never.
Being drunk helps.
He was, okay.
It's true.
They were all intoxicated.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then on the other side, Hayley's having some problems as
Yeah,
well.
so this guy comes up and starts trying to like sing with his mates, like all these, sick rap beats, like because the sound engineer who's getting paid to, do their job properly actually turns it on for a patron. Not paid patron, like unlike us, Anyways, yeah, so I get off stage, and a lot of the time what happens when you play a gig, which most people would know, is like, this is like a random person that comes up to you, like, hey, have you heard of this band? They sound like a lot like them. Anyway, I had the same thing. This, like, middle-aged looking guy comes up to me, beer in his hands, like, oh, that was sick. Like, have you heard of Daft Punk? And I'm like, rings a bell, yeah.
Nah.
Talks about them for like years and years and years, just keeps going at me, while in the corner of my eye, I see these same people that says, you should hook up with my friend, like the same, like his rap style's the same. All their friends, puffer jackets and all, like freaking playing on my Nord Electro 6D that hasn't been packed up yet because we're getting bombarded by these people. I think everyone knows how expensive those keyboards are. I've already had one stolen out of my car. This is my second one.
Oh no.
It was harsh. And then this guy just keeps talking at me. I'm like, yeah, I just got to pack. He's like, no, just one sec. No, just like, you need to check out this one Daft. I was like, I know who Daft Punk is. I don't need this. Anyways. And then I start packing up around my keyboard up around them. Like, hey, just one more sec. And I was like, I need to pack up. And it's, again, that whole conflict. Like, do I be an asshole? Like, I just performed. I don't want to be rude. But you are touching my $3,000 keyboard. Get off.
Give him a bop.
Smacked.
Give him a bop.
Yeah. And then we awkwardly shuffle out with our...
Go to rude jail. Bonk.
Bonk on the head for all of them, honestly.
They deserved it.
Yeah, so we just kind of shuffled along, very, very shaken.
With a lot of guys outside being like, do you guys need help to your car? No, I have an amp, a guitar, and Haley has a Nord.
We had
We're fine.
2 trips out.
We're tough as shit. We don't need anyone.
Do you have any idea what we just went through in there?
Like, girls, do you need some help carrying your gear? I know it's really heavy. We're wearing heels. Like, fuck, we know how to wear heels, okay? We can carry gear.
Sorry,
come on. Just, anyways, then we get in the car, silent, and as usual, big debrief.
Yeah, we usually have a debrief after gigs, but that night it was a big one.
Something went wrong there. Let's figure out what it was.
A couple of F words and C words slung around.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And did we ever end up reaching out to that venue about what happened? I think
we were going to. We left it. It's never too late to like speak up when something happens, but we are bad examples and we sort of just let it go. But we probably shouldn't have. We probably should have addressed it sooner.
Casually mentioned this gig to our class at uni who, like, we do a music industry course.
Yeah.
And our teacher, like, after was like, hey, that's kind of really messed up. You want to maybe reach out to them? And we're like, oh, yeah.
We'll get to it. Yeah. And we didn't
Pretty
get to
busy.
it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was the first one. When I think of worst gigs, I think of that. And it wasn't really our fault. And I say that because it was like other people kind of giving us challenges and challenging things to deal with all night. And we had to we never figured out how to combat those kind of things. So when we had our chat on the way home, we were like, okay, like what are some quick, like witty one-liners we can say on stage when somebody asks to do karaoke?
Get fucked.
How do we say it without being called a bitch?
I will
That's
now.
the main thing.
I will definitely say that now. But back then we were like, oh, we can't be too.
Like we're female artists. No one wants to like us to be bossy. We have to like, stay out people. No. Like, fuck off. That's my keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works probably most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it doesn't work, just get a stun gun or something. I think that should cover all your bases.
Yeah.
I'll order one off AliExpress.
Yeah, so you got your
It'll
Gucci
take.
I know a guy, so if that doesn't come, then just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
sick.
I don't know if you can price match, but like AliExpress has pretty good prices.
What am I, JB Hi-Fi? No.
Mate, the
You
yellow.
pay what you- Yeah, no, fair enough. It's very misleading.
Yeah, true. Do you work at JB Hi-Fi? Wow. Yeah, and then the second thing we kind of wanted to talk about was an audio fuck up, which is interesting because we're playing the song tonight.
Ooh, redemption.
Yeah, it is absolutely a shot at redemption.
Problem with this one is that it was literally live television or recorded to be live.
Can't wait for Nate to fuck it
It's
up.
streamed live. Yeah.
Oh, was it live?
It's real bad.
Anyways.
Yeah, it did. It streamed live, like, on
And then
TV.
they were gonna like, yeah.
And then there was an
really?
interview afterwards, and we
Anyways.
were like, angry. No.
The interview was fine. We talked to people. It was a bit weird. They didn't do their research. They were like, "Oh yeah, so I hear you're playing at blank festival this year." It's like,
Are
no?
we?
Oh, we played last
you-
year. Is that?
Did you get that email?
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't get it.
So that we had to like correct them and like what we are basically
Yeah.
and what we do. Anyway, played a song again. The song we're
Yeah.
gonna play now. It's like our latest song.
Yeah, which is like a year old, but
Again,
it's fine.
very synth pop, synth heavy. I'm only one person. I've only got two hands, so of course I'm gonna do like as much as I can on the keyboard. But no, we need a backing track, right?
Yeah.
It'd be great if we had had one. That would have been great,
Basically, the backing track just didn't play, and they have like a little like tiny like speaker in the middle of the room that like the backing track comes out of, and then we had like a little in-ear thing, and I was like, ding ding ding, like where's the song? It didn't come, so we had to improvise a.
So it just didn't play at all. Like it wasn't that.
no,
it was quiet,
like it
just
didn't
come.
play. It didn't come, and it was
hell yeah.
live.
We
And
knew
they-
it would be quiet
Oh,
because
no.
it's live
Yeah.
and it comes like they don't actually like we just hear it, but like it comes through a different output, obviously,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's live. But like we didn't hear anything. There was nothing.
They had introed us and we were standing there waiting for the backing track and it just didn't come. So we had to make the decision to just go for it with shitty keyboard sound and vocals. Like just,
Problem was, embarrassingly, I did write the backing track for the song. I didn't know the chords because it's been a while. So I didn't know the chords because I just play like riffs and stuff when I was doing it. So I didn't know the bass chord. So Laura was like a-cappella-ing this whole thing.
she would tune in with a few chords here and
It
there.
was
but, like,
hard. I couldn't think of my feet. Usually
there
I'm alright
aren't
with
really
that stuff.
chords played in the song. So you don't play chords, you
There
play
are
riffs.
chords in the song, and I figured it out later on. For
Are they?
hypothetically, if you want to do an acoustic set. but
Sorry.
Yeah, there
You
are
wrote
chords.
that one.
It's in B flat major. I know how it works now. Anyways, but back then I only knew like the notes I played in the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Moral of
amazing.
the story is like know your music theory of your own songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That wasn't
also,
my
like-
fault.
but also,
That
like-
was your fault.
Just don't trust audio engineers. Like I love them. My boyfriend's one. Okay, it's great. But
Scum of the earth. Really.
some of them
Yeah.
can be real dodgy. You want them to like you first. That's the main thing as well.
That does sound like the most rookie era, though, what you're talking about now.
Just
Yeah,
getting it
that's
to
not-
play.
That's not your fault.
You can imagine them in the background like,
Yeah.
where's the backing track?
Yeah, just sweat.
And yeah, and the interviewer
I'm
kept
done.
running
I'm
between
done.
rooms.
Yeah, right. We're like there trying to keep our cool because it's running live, and we see people behind the camera running from room to room.
Like, like all these hand signals. I'm like, I don't know what this means. Okay. And after they were like, oh yeah, we were just trying to tell you to like keep going. I'm like, thanks. That's what this means. Like maybe I don't know.
they're all like, I'm gonna get fired from my community radio job. That doesn't pay me anyways. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't be mean. It's okay. It happens to everyone.
Anyways,
but
yeah.
yeah,
those top two.
maybe do acapellas beforehand just in case.
Maybe just
like
learn
practice.
to not rely on like audio and technology just
Which is
in
so
case.
stupid because if you're an electronic artist, that's like your entire thing. And you should be able to rely on it. If
They
people
do.
are booking you, they should have working things.
But
right?
it's like when you're driving, you gotta like
Asking
allow
a
for the
lot.
idiots on the
I
road.
know.
You allow for the idiots in the music industry. That's
Yeah.
kind of my takeaway.
just expect that they're always going to be doing the wrong thing and that you need to.
That's what my
do
dad
something
said
to
when I
fix it.
learned to drive. It's
did
perfect.
my
Same thing.
mom.
Oh, cute. And we're great drivers now. I've only got like way too many points. It's fine. Yeah, so that's
Poor David.
It's like
Not gonna
it's
talk
like
about that.
golf though, isn't it? With demerit points, you want the lowest possible score.
Yeah.
Yep.
My dad lost his license because he took all my points. Anyways, that's fine. I'm gonna talk about that another time.
This isn't therapy. This is the worst gig of my life.
I mean, I might need therapy after bringing up these memories.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's good.
Thanks for making us.
Do you have any
those
more
out.
traumatic memories you want to share for the audience?
Not really. I did have one funny thing that we unearthed just before when we were chatting. I want to bring up like the fuck up with the title of the song. It's just really funny.
What
So we
one?
were on this other, like, you'll
Okay,
you'll
just
remember.
say it.
So
I
yeah,
remember when she was talking about it. 10
exactly.
minutes
She
ago.
doesn't listen to me. She spaces out. You shouldn't have given
I'm
her
wasted, okay? I've had
Yeah,
half a cruiser.
Hayley-
Leave me alone.
Hayley, you are a poor listener. That's what I picked
She
up
is.
Delicious.
Times the mic for us. Just,
Yeah, I'm just doing some ASMR.
that. No, let's not do that.
Continue.
Anyways, the only funny thing about this one particular gig was we were put on a TV show, like, kind of midway segment about cars, like, and like automotive things. So it was
It's
a bunch
natural
of like,
fit. Dream pop cars.
exactly. I kind of liked the contrast. I was sort of like, cool.
Middle-aged white men talking about.
You can go tell your granddaughters
like
about us. Like,
Broaden
sure.
their horizons. It's good. It's a cultural
Exactly.
experience for everyone.
Yeah, literally. So up on the teleprompter, like, one of the guys is kind of introing us into our performance, and we've got a song called DIE, and he reads out from the teleprompter, and now we've got Nightlight with D.I.E. Like, he read the dots.
I'm on Burgundy.
He read the dots.
Shouldn't have put dots in there though. To be
I know,
fair.
but
That's on
I
you guys. That's your
Did I
fault.
write the teleprompter? It's
Maybe.
see.
We told them our set list. We didn't tell them, like, this is what I want them to read. I
Also,
don't know.
it's a stylistic choice. If it's called that, it's called that. You should have asked us what it was called if you wanted to
like
like
our
fuck it up
names.
that badly.
This one's
the
on
name-
you guys. I'm sorry. You know, I'm gonna have to side with the guy reading off the teleprompter.
Well,
But
the
would
thing
you
is-
read out the points? Would you say point?
No, I'm not an idiot. I would have probably
Yeah.
just read it out like a normal
thought-
person.
I thought so.
No, my idea was that, like, our name Nightlight, it's specifically we don't put a capital N at the start, just you know, aesthetic.
Ooh.
Not that anyone does it, listens to us about it. But
It
anyways,
autocorrects, so
you
yeah.
wouldn't think they're gonna be like, now with Nightlights. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that the whole time they're gonna put the points out. Like, you gotta go all the way, you know?
I love that so much.
Yeah.
You need guides on
With
pronunciation.
D
of all the
dot, and they're
words.
all capitals, D-I-E, so D.I.E. Like,
Yeah.
come on, do it right.
I guess one last thing I want to say as well to anyone who wants to book us in the future or anything. Can I look into camera when I say this? Or
That
do you have
one
more-
is the best
that,
one.
That one.
That one. Yeah.
That one.
No, sorry.
This one.
This one, yeah.
Close.
Guys, if you book us and you write those little like paper things with the set list, our name is Nightlight, not Nightlife. Not Nightlight with a capital N, not Nightlight with the space in between. It's Nightlight. Especially not Nightlife. Do you know how many times we've gotten Nightlife? That's
a
so
joke.
cringe.
Her contact on my phone is Nightlife because of it.
So
don't
Nightlife,
call us
thanks
Nightlife.
for coming on. No, it actually. Who said it? I think it was. Actually, I think Nate might have accidentally done it.
Everyone does it. It makes sense. There's a
Sorry.
band called Mild Life that keeps. Yeah.
wildlife, yeah.
Yeah. See, because I think we once played a festival gig with them, and it was
Oh, wow. Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
very scary to like.
It was like
go, "Boys,
Nightlight with like 8 people watching, and then Mild Life with slightly more people watching.
Yeah.
Every band with the name like
not exactly
Night,
a flex.
Light, or Life in it, they're all playing one after each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
I'll put that
So-
together for you.
Yeah. Another thing to say to the audience watching. Those are our worst gigs. We've got good ones, I swear. There are some.
They don't care.
No.
They
Okay.
don't care.
Well,
Alright.
But it's true.
they might care after they get to see you guys play that song that
Redeem
you fucked up.
ourselves. Yes.
And
So
if we fuck
redemption-
it up, I don't have anything to say.
We're
Yeah,
just
well, you guys
genuinely
are
bad.
done.
We're
You guys are
just-
blacklisted,
yeah,
so
we
don't worry
deserve
about
it.
it. What is the song you're playing?
So we're playing a song called Angel.
Ooh, I
it's-
actually really like that song. I was going to
Thank
ask you to
you.
please play that song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We wouldn't dare to play anything like earlier than that.
We don't like it.
What's
Sorry,
Angel about?
summer stands. Angel is about, honestly, like, it's so basic, but it's about love in like the most
we
basic
both
way possible.
kind of got into relationships just before this song was written. Like, I wrote the instrumental to it, and I was kind of writing it like kind of feeling all lovey-dovey. But then she put lyrics on it about her boyfriend, and I was like, all right, fine. It's about me, but that's whatever. You're the singer. I get it.
yeah,
It's like
I
the
know.
wedding singer where he writes like 2 halves of the song, like before and after he breaks
Oh,
up with his
God.
girlfriend.
We should try that.
Honestly, we
do
gotta
that?
wait a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sabotage your relationship, and then one of you that's still in the relationship writes the first half.
Yeah.
And then whoever
Low-key,
becomes single
if
writes the
I-
second half.
Yeah, if I wasn't in a relationship, I feel like I'd have a lot more angsty stuff to write about because I would just be more angry at the world. Not that I don't want to be in a relationship, like love, but you know, you feel.
think we
You
should
know what I
just play
mean?
the
You
song
just
now.
have more problems.
Yeah, let's get the song. Let's get it.
tonight back to your place. Just promise me this love will stay. I might be wrong, I might be right, but for tonight, don't think about the times that passed. Let's focus on the ones that last. Just stay with me and let me reveal how this could feel. 'Cause baby, I'm so thankful that you're no angel. You tried my patience, but you're in love with me. Oh baby, it's all love. Right now I know for sure, and it's okay. And when I'm insecure, you love me there. Right there and everywhere. Sometimes life's not fair, but I don't care. Now the night has come to an end, and we have got to go. Before I reach the door, you follow me some more. You light my world up bright, my sweet little nightlight. You're holding me so tight, it's tempting me. I might just stay. Cause baby, I'm so thankful that you're no angel. You tried my patience, but you're in love with me. Oh baby, it's all love. Right now I know for sure, and it's okay. And when I'm insecure, you love me there. Right there and everywhere. Sometimes life's not fair, but I don't care.
And that's it. Thanks for listening. Coming up next week is Kieran Fields, a talented folk singer from New Zealand who has stories ranging from hilarious to heartbreaking. If you enjoyed this, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or whichever podcast platform you're listening from. See you next week.